Welcome back to the third and final part of this TfL Takeover series. If you haven't seen part 1 or 2, go back and have a look at those so you understand everything. Otherwise, let's get right into this, because South East London is far more complicated than I first thought. So the fourth package is the Victoria South East Metro, which links Victoria to Orpington as well as Barnhurst and Dartford. There are some key infrastructure upgrades happening, included dedicated metro platforms at Victoria, a new high-level interchange at Brockley, and this is to connect to the East London line, which I'll explain in a little bit, as well as new passing loops between Penge and Beckenham. In terms of the service pattern, 12 trains an hour would run from Victoria. 6 would head to Orpington, whilst the other 6 would head east towards Lewisham, which is just a nightmare, as you'll find out later. At Lewisham, 3 would head to Barnhurst and 3 to Dartford via Sidcup. There will also be a line from Blackfriars, or further north even, to Sevenoaks via Catford, which will have 7 trains an hour. All this is expected to cost £100 to £150 million and should achieve up to 13,000 homes, which I hope actually come because London sure does need it. Package 5 is the East London Line Enhancement. Here we have the overground lines coming from Highbury and Islington to New Cross Gate, Clapham Junction, Crystal Palace and West Croydon. There will also be a line from London Bridge direct to East Croydon. So there is some remodelling happening around East and West Croydon, surprise surprise, and the digital signalling of the entire network is proposed, and this is to allow more trains to travel. There will be 24 trains an hour, namely the overground services between Highbury and Islington, 6 destined for each of the terminuses. There is also a regular 6 trains an hour service from London Bridge to East Croydon, which is expected to cost, in total with all this, 120 to 205 million British pounds, and will be hopefully 15,000 new homes in conjunction with other lines. Right, so we finally get to package 6, the Charing Cross Cannon Street Metro. And God, I hope you understand what I'm saying, because this was just doing my head in trying to figure this out. So we'll start off from the Charing Cross branch. There will be 20 stopping services and 8 fast services which would operate from here, all of them passing London Bridge. 5 of these services would branch off towards Blackheath via Lewisham, where 2 peak services would again split, travelling to Dartford, 2 via Abbey Wood, and the other 3 would travel to Dartford via Barnhurst. 10 services an hour would pass through Lewisham and split at Hither Green, where 6 will head to Crayford. The remaining 4 will head down to Sevenoaks. Also to note, there are 5 other services which would split just before Lewisham, with 2 fast services, from what I believe, will join the 4 stopping services heading down to Sevenoaks. The remaining 3 would head down towards Hayes via Catford. 4 trains an hour would also run from Grove Park to Bromley North. Right, and if that wasn't complicated enough, let's do the Cannon Street services. 18 trains an hour would run from here and split just after London Bridge, with 6 heading to Crayford via Abbey Wood. The remaining 12 would head via New Cross and split into 3 separate routes essentially. 6 services would head to Dartford and beyond via Barnhurst, and 3 would head to Hayes via Lewisham and Catford. 5 services also seem to bypass Lewisham altogether, with 3 of which heading to Crayford via Sidcup, and 2 heading to Orpington. Oh, and there's the Blackfriars service to Dartford and beyond, with at least 2 trains an hour. Well, I hope that all made sense to you, and at least dream of what could be for South or South East London. This is what the map could look like. But do you think it will be part of the overground network, for example? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next video, whatever that will be. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.